Almost 10 years ago, I wanted a hobby. And at that time, I was working with the cadet program and an officer in the reserves. I didn't want a hobby that involved wearing a uniform or a job that wearing a uniform. So I explored beer making or cheese making. And I don't really drink, so it was obviously cheese making won out. So I researched it for about 2 years, and then I told my wife that I was interested in trying my hand at making cheese, and my son got me a cheese making kit for Father's Day. One of the funny things was I wasn't paying attention to the recipe. I took an entire package of culture and dumped it into 8 liters of milk, and it came out like a hockey puck, but I wasn't deterred. I figured I could get this better. So then I just kept on progressing, and it went from just making cheese for myself to teaching other people how to make cheese, to teaching for Metro Continuing Education. I also was teaching for Grand Prairie Regional College. I still have a hard time sometimes waking up and going, okay, I gotta drive to Nate, and it's like, no, I just have to put on my rubber boots and walk across the yard to this building, and walk in and realize that everything that's in those aging rooms that I have, it's stuff that I've created. The first one here is called Highland Hall. It's named after a stone hall that was built in the 1920s or 1930s that are just south of my acreage. And it's a bloomy rind cheese that has a very thin layer of edible ash on it. And then the wrinkles are because of the cultures that I use. The next one over here is RDB. It's named after one of my grandfathers who was a dairy farmer in Quebec. Those are his initials. And this one's a washed rind cheese that's loosely based on a French Reblochon. 183 is essentially the same cheese as Highland Hall, but without the ash. And the 183 is because that's the range road we live on. And the butter cheese was actually a cheese we were asked to make by a potential customer. They gave us a list of cheeses, and butter cheese is what kind of sung to me as a attempt, because I've had it before. I liked it, and at the time I thought it was a bit of a challenge.